Picture a door. You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is a room that feels like a different dimension. A dimension of video games. A dimension of movies. A dimension of bullshit. You're moving into a realm of thought and idea. Into a land of two dudes making a podcast. You are in the minds of Tech and Fish. God damn it. Welcome one and all to the second episode of the In the Minds of Tech and Fish. Oh god, I already forgot the fucking title.
You fucked it up.
I've already fucked up. Welcome to the podcast, boys and girls. This is episode 1 because last episode was episode 0 because prequel.
Yeah, it's just testing the waters, you know.
Just testing the waters, and we said we were gonna do SoundCloud last time, but I did not know that there's a 3-hour limit to just basic SoundCloud accounts, and if I wanted to do unlimited, I'd have to be paying $135 a year. So that's not a thing. So welcome to YouTube, and the only place you can get the exclusive Tech and Fish podcast. Today we have a special guest. His name is Nico the Wolf from HyperBlast. Welcome, Nico.
I hate you all.
Yeah! Whoa! Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
We'll add some studio audience.
I ain't doing that editing. Fuck that. But welcome, Nico, to the lovely podcast. He's one of our friends that we know that also kind of does YouTube, but kind of doesn't do YouTube.
Yeah, we're
because
coming back.
College students.
We're coming back.
He's also our roommate.
That's what we always say about CNT.
Well, yeah, but I'm not CNT, so...
Damn, that's harsh. I don't like that. I'm just gonna eat my nuts and shut up.
Oh, that's a lovely sound. I hope the mic picked up all of that.
It did. I can watch it right now.
We can watch the waveforms move like it's a little movie.
So today on the podcast, we're gonna start it off with a lovely conversation about our favorite video games. Primarily our favorite video games back when we were in our little diapers running around the house.
Okay.
Our little childhood days.
Okay.
You guys didn't have a gaming console when you were a baby?
Oh, I did.
Oh, that was a joke. But I'm glad that you had one.
I did. My sister had one, so I had one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. See, my sister wasn't into video games, and she was older than me, so she never got a gaming console. So I was the first generation of gamers in my family.
Well, that sucks.
I'm an only kid.
It sucks a lot.
So I didn't have a brother or sister to...
Like, I grew up in a farm town, so, like, all my family's farmers, and then bring up video games, they're like, what's that?
What are video games?
What's that a movie?
What is video games?
Pokemon!
Pokemon.
So, raise your hand. Who would like to go first? Class rules.
No, stop, Fisher.
All right.
Don't, Fisher. You don't get to go. You don't get to go. No.
I guess Nico wants to go first.
I do want to go first.
Tell us, Nico, what was your favorite childhood video game? It could be handheld or console. What was it? Tell me. We're not going to judge you at all.
It's kind of a tie.
A tie?
Between Pokemon Yellow.
Uh-huh.
Because that was my first game ever, I think. Uh-huh. And Kingdom Hearts, the series, I guess.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 2
So you had both, a handheld and a console game?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us a bit. Do you remember your first time ever opening a fucking opening the packaging to Pokemon Yellow, or opening the case for Kingdom Hearts 1 on the grand old PS2?
No.
Oh.
I got both of them hand-me-down.
Oh, hand-me-down.
Yeah.
The only game I actually have ever bought hand-me-down was Sonic the Hedgehog for GameCube.
Wow.
I went to one of my local, because my town has local art festivals at our town square. And they had one side that was gaming for no reason whatsoever. My town was not a gaming town. We had like a single gaming store that was only open like 3 years ago.
I want to imagine a town full of like people that just play video games now.
That's gonna be our production too.
No, but like I went to this thing and they had all these hand-me-down video games, and like I was looking through and I was like super excited. I was like, dude, what do I want? And at the time, all I had was my Game Boy and the GameCube, and all I had on them were like Mario, and like on my Game Boy I had the original Sonics. Like,
do you need anything else though? Like Mario Sunshine. I mean,
I never have played Mario. I own the GameCube and I have not played Mario Sunshine or Luigi's Mansion.
Did you at least play Pokemon XD?
No. You wanna know what game I owned for the fucking GameCube? Fucking Shark Tale.
Shark Tale.
And Fantastic Four, based off the 2007 movie.
Oh, with Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out our movie talks about that movie.
Yeah, you just watch the movie talk.
Wow,
that we did for
shameless
Fantastic
plug,
Four.
Muchfish.
Shameless plug.
No, but I had all these like super terrible third-party movie video games for the GameCube.
Wow.
And then I had Mario Kart Double Dash.
Well, that's a good one.
And that was the only like first party game that I had. But then I found Shadow the Hedgehog for GameCube at this local arts fair, and I bought it for like $9.
Fun fact: Double Dash is worth like minimum $80 now.
I still got the case and the disc. I also still have the original GameCube that came bundled with the Game Boy player.
Wait, is that the silver one?
Yes, mine's silver.
Man, I had the silver one too, and I sold it.
The original one was purple. Then they released a silver variant, and then they had a Game Boy adapter, and then they had it bundled. So I still have the case with the Game Boy player disc in it, as well as a fucking adapter for it, and it's great. But back to Pokemon Yellow and Kingdom Hearts.
Huge tangent.
What made you love Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts?
Well, Pokemon was the fact. I mean, it's Pokemon. I still play it now, and I'm 23.
What a nerd.
Hey, I play it too.
No, you're
Wait, we all play it. Wait a second here.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, fish.
You have no basis for that argument.
But no, I loved Pokemon Yellow specifically because of like the fact that you could have every starter. It was obviously Kanto, which is just the best region.
He
in my
likes the
opinion.
originals.
No,
It was
actually,
the
my
anime.
favorite game, like overall in Pokemon, is Silver. So,
Okay, I can accept that. That's the only generation I've never played a second generation.
really?
Yeah, it's really weird. Even
cool.
though my favorite starter is Totodile.
Oh, nice.
Makes it really odd, doesn't it?
No. What's really cool about Silver is like you can go back to Kanto.
Kanto, yeah.
That's what I loved about
Even though I've never played it, I've watched enough videos to know.
All I've wanted was a game. Because I never played a Silver when I was little. I played Soul Silver though.
Oh, I hate you. I wish I had Soul Silver.
But
I remember when that came out and all my friends had the fucking Pokestep
Yeah,
thing on
yeah.
their belt.
The,
and they were like,
fucking walk around
they were
and
bragging. That's the
train.
Like,
yeah.
it's weird. I've owned every single generation except for second. Even the re-releases. I've never owned second gen.
Damn, dude, that's my favorite. I want Soul Silver so bad, but it's so expensive.
Like, I remember the first time I ever got to play a Pokemon game, I borrowed my friend's Pokemon Yellow. Because it worked on my Game Boy Advanced because I didn't have the SP yet.
Okay, yeah.
So I was playing the Game Boy Color games on that, and I played Yellow first, and then that Christmas I got Fire Red.
See, that's the one I missed. I missed the Kanto.
You missed the re-release of the first gen.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
I actually don't think I played those either. The re-release of Kanto.
That was
It was at a
technically my
really
first
weird
Pokemon
place.
game.
It was at a really weird
Yeah,
place
because it released
With
right
the
around the same time as
the
Ruby.
DS. No, it came out around the same time as the
Did it?
DS.
Because
yeah.
I had Fire Red before I ever got Emerald or anything.
Well, no, that came out before it.
Guys,
I'm
I need
pretty
to know
sure.
this information. When did Fire Red
I think
release?
Ruby and Sapphire came out, and then they did the re-release of Leaf Green.
Fire Red and Leaf Green.
And then Emerald came out after those two.
Yeah, that's
It
what
was
I remember.
January 29th of 2004. Let's see when Ruby was released.
2002.
So there was a 2-year gap. When was Emerald released? Because I remember
2004. Right
2004?
Yeah, 2004.
Okay, so it was
So it was the
released
same
around
year.
Emerald, and that's your favorite Pokemon game is
Yeah.
Emerald. So that's your coincidence right there. Is fucking Emerald came out, so you didn't get the
Well, when
Three
did
Meisters.
a DS, like the first DS, get released? Because I remember that being like one of the reasons I didn't go after it is because it was moving to a new console, so I didn't bother with it.
It released in 2004.
Yeah.
That's weird. I always forget that Nintendo still would release games for their old hardware.
When
Well, I
they're
mean, a
coming out
lot
with
of
new
companies
hardware.
did that. When the
Yeah.
PS3 came out, they
Yeah.
still have made PS2 variants of all their games.
Well,
and
they
stuff
still
like
do that today. There's Xbox 360 games that are still coming out.
That's
Yeah.
very true, and that's weird because we're in 4 years of the next gen console
Yeah, and they're
generation.
coming out with a new Xbox.
Well, Scorpio, and then
Well,
the fucking PS4 Pro, and
No,
then
it's
they're
not Scorpio anymore.
well, it's Xbox One X,
Yeah.
the fucking dumbest name of a console I think I've ever read.
Did you know you can spell it? No, you can't say if you do it
I
backwards. It
I
spells
Yeah,
remember
it's not
the
gonna
day
work.
after that conference, I saw the meme that was like Xbox 360, Xbox 360 box, Xbox One, Xbox One, Xbox One, Xbox. Xbox One X, Xbox One Xbox. And it was just like, how do they fucking do that? How do they goof up?
Can I see the box to the Xbox One Xbox?
Is that like I got you pizza for your pizza for your pizza? Like that kind of meme?
It's 3 layers of pizza pie.
Wow.
Did you guys know that Minecraft is released for the 3DS?
Yes, I saw you post about this. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell? So I looked it up and I'm like, what is happening?
Can you show me, like, can you look up, like, what it looks like?
Here, let me.
Oh, it's gotta be terrible. It's gotta look like
Let me
shit.
pull you up my favorite fucking video of the conference, after the conference that this dude released because he was doing a fucking, because he was doing
like a reaction to it?
Yeah, a reaction to it live. So let's see here if I can't.
I think we talked about Minecraft on the last podcast. But,
Yeah, we did.
But what do you...
we did. Don't worry about it.
But what do you think of Minecraft, Nico? Like, as take the community away from it as a game. What do you think of Minecraft?
The community is fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't know. As a game, I don't mind it. It's actually a lot of fun, especially after a few drinks.
Okay, guys, you're gonna
like. I don't know, man. It's one of those games that it gets like you do everything and you're done. Like I haven't touched it in like 3 years.
Same. This is my favorite reaction of it. I'm gonna turn up the sound, so if you guys hear it, I'm so sorry.
Who is this?
This is Paperbat.
Paperbat?
He was
what the fuck?
Oh, P-Bat.
P-Bat.
I used to watch him back in the day, and he was a big Minecraft person until he dropped it because he hated it, and then he was watching the Nintendo Direct, and this happened.
Wow,
it actually
that's
looks decent.
He sees that it releases today and he just books.
What?
I'll probably cut this bit out.
So wait. So he hears Minecraft on the 3DS and he thinks, bitch, I gotta have it.
It was a joke. It was a joke because everyone keeps asking him when he's going to play Minecraft again, even though he quit like maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah, that sounds like us. In Pixelmon.
We still
when
get
are you gonna
comments
play
to this
Pixelmon
day.
again,
When's the next season? When's it coming out?
Yo, man, my friend Devin the Owl used to play that too, and that was like his biggest series, and he's just
exactly
like, fuck it, and just left it.
That's exactly what we did, and it was such a bad time.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the main subject at hand. We talked about Pokemon Yellow.
Okay,
Tell us about Kingdom Hearts.
Oh man, the love child I am for Kingdom Hearts.
I've only ever played one. I own them.
Man,
the thing is, I own them all.
You own them all, but you haven't played. You haven't played 2.
I haven't played 1, 2, or 3.
Oh
well, 3 isn't out yet.
Don't tell him. But I haven't. I didn't play either of them. I haven't played any of the PSP ones. The only Kingdom Hearts game I played was on the DS, and it was 356.5 days or whatever the fucking title was.
You didn't even play 3D, which is the good one.
I own 3D.
Why don't you play it?
Why do you buy Kingdom Hearts games and not play them?
I don't know. It was a weird time back in the day because Morgan used to really love fucking Kingdom Hearts. So we bought them so we could do series of them.
Okay.
And we played them, and he only made it through like until he left the island of the first game, and then like we never got to record it again because he just like. So then I tried to play them, and I don't know, I just couldn't get into them. So the only one that I've ever played, and the only one I've ever been able to go back to and play, is 356.5 days or whatever the fucking title is.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna
spit me out some Kingdom Hearts facts.
I'm gonna throw some HyperBlast in here because it has to do with it.
Okay.
HyperBlast is HyperBlast.
Subscribe to them. www.youtube.com /.
No, that's not right at all. But we are like all together. Well, I guess me and Justin specifically are huge fans of Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Like we're working on a hyper thesis right now about it and all sorts of other crap. And like we've been talking about 3 for years at this point.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been fucking on the table for years.
But like what I'm saying is that I have played 2 like probably 20 times through. That's how much I like Kingdom Hearts. Like,
well, that relates to my childhood game,
which is
Well, I was gonna go to Fisher. I wanted to be last.
Fine.
I mean,
Fisher, what was your favorite childhood game? And if you say Pokemon, I'm gonna stab your testicles.
I mean, if we're talking about handheld
Well,
and
give us
a
both
console,
handheld and console.
Yeah, let's go with
Because
it.
Nico did that, so let's go with both handheld.
I'm
console.
setting a
My-
trend.
my first video game I got for my first console was PS2,
Hell yeah. Yeah.
and the first game I ever got for it was this Yu-Gi-Oh game, like Duelist of the
Oh.
Roses. or
Dude,
whatever.
yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Wow, that was a weird, like, fucking bonding moment.
Yeah, that was the first video game I ever
It's
got.
like chess and
But
Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah, it was a badass game, but
And it came with alpha, gamma, and beta.
Yeah, yeah, the
actual
cards.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know
loved
any
it.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh man, dude, it's actually a lot.
I started like Fisher really got back into Yu-Gi-Oh like last year or whatever.
oh yeah,
You did? Where
I
the
was-
hell was I?
I think it was more or less the hype from the new movie coming out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dimensions or whatever.
Shattered Dimensions or whatever.
Dimension. Yeah.
But
That's-
isn't
that's
that
a
wait?
that's a
Shattered-
Spider-Man.
That's
Yeah, I
a
was about to say,
Spider-Man movie. Or game.
But I started watching the original series and I was kind of getting into it. But I mean, we talked about this on the last podcast. Is I can't get into series. I can't do like if I don't binge watch it all in one night.
Mr. Robot.
No, that's the thing. I've only watched 3 episodes of the second season trying to get back into
Oh,
it.
okay.
Then I got distracted and I haven't gone back to it. So like if I watch a series, I have to binge it all in one night or I can't do it. Or I get distracted by something else or distracted by another season and
it's over.
it's over. I might go out back to it like after a year.
Yeah,
it's
well,
really weird.
I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh follows that old pattern of anime that like Dragon Ball Z did, where it was like a lot of random.
I've noticed that.
stops and
Yeah.
cuts.
Like
and,
I only
Yeah.
made it to like episode 50 or whatever, but I can I can
So
see
did
it.
you even get to the point where he duels Pegasus?
No.
Fuck.
Oh man,
Oh man.
but that
Oh jeez.
that wasn't my favorite game. That was just my first one. My
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
game of all time as a kid would have to be a tie between Sonic Heroes, which was the game where you would
Fuck off.
Mo owned that.
yeah, where you
Fucking
would,
Chow Garden, all he would do.
Ugh.
Wait,
it's
was
the
it
one where
Sonic-
you switch
No, it was the
between-
original Sonic Heroes, not Sonic Heroes Advanced DX or whatever the
no,
fuck
no,
that
it's just
was.
the original
Yeah.
Sonic
Okay.
Heroes.
What is up with like Sega and Nintendo and their like obsession with just adding X or something to it to make?
What
it,
do you
like,
mean?
different?
Fighting games do that too.
What?
Super Street Fighter Super Advanced
well, that's
XY
true.
Alpha.
But that's a Sega property, isn't it? No, it's
Capcom.
a Capcom. Yeah,
I
Just
mean Mortal
fucking-
Kombat X, but that means 10. So.
yeah, that's
iPhone
actually
X,
makes sense.
iPhone 10.
that iPhone X is the best fighting game.
$10,000.
No, they are completely ruling out that it's called the iPhone X. By the way, they're like it's the iPhone 10. You don't call it iPhone X.
Wait, where's the iPhone 9?
Okay,
Where's Windows 9?
I straight up no. I have an iPhone, and even I hate fucking Mac. Like their Apple and all their like dumb
Dude, it's their
things.
ecosystem. You have to have all the Apple products for one to work.
Ugh.
But get back to your fucking Sonic
Yeah,
Heroes.
that's your shitty game.
I mean, I don't know why I liked it at that age. I just like fucking Sonic.
Dude, Sonic is okay.
Sonic
dude.
was some Sonic games are cool, but
This
I
is
mean,
this was the argument I always got into Mo. I was always like, I love the old Sonic games just because of like how
Oh, the platformers.
yeah the platformers.
that's
I
when it
love
was
the
the golden
platformers.
age.
And then once they switched to 3D, I could never get into them. And he was like, I love the 3D. I can't play the platforms. Like, why?
What?
And he was just like, it's too sporadic for me. And like you get too fast and I can't focus on them. Like, but you can play Guitar Hero on like master mode and like ace it 100%, but you can't play Sonic, the
But-
platformer.
see, I love the two. I love the 2D ones more.
Yeah.
Now that
Well,
I'm
you just got that new one.
Sonic
yeah, Sonic Mania.
Mania.
Sonic Mania is really fucking fun.
Have you completed it yet?
Not yet.
I know you played it for like 4 days straight, and then like you got distracted by fucking Naruto fighting games again.
Well, okay. One thing he's not telling you is like we are pretty heavy on fighting games, except
Yeah.
for him.
Except for me,
Tech over there.
I don't do fighting
but
games.
so we like to fight a lot over here on this half of the room.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they don't even know how we're fucking
Oh,
set up.
yeah.
I'm like in a corner, and then they're like blocking me off from
We're
leaving.
like on each other's laps.
They're like
Basically.
they're like bodyguards like that prevent me from leaving the club.
We're the bouncers. That
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
But Sonic Heroes was your no Yu-Gi-Oh was your first game. Sonic Heroes was your favorite game
Yeah.
on
Yes.
consoles.
my favorite. That or Cars. As a kid,
Are you kidding me?
You like the movie?
Like the movie?
the
game?
movie game, because you could fucking just drive around and do whatever the fuck you want.
It was an
Bitch,
open world.
They have games for that. It's called Grand Theft Auto.
What about?
I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto as
That
a
was
kid.
rated in for mature, and
Oh,
I was
really?
a 7-year-old.
Yeah, my mom was really
No. When I had my first PS2, I got with it Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance because my parents were like, eh.
See, my mom
I
was
get
really
that.
strict on me playing M-rated games. My first M-rated game was fucking Black Ops 1.
Wow.
My parents
Yeah.
were never really strict on that
Nuketown.
stuff. Like my parents were just like fucking rated R movies and all that stuff. They didn't really
Yeah.
like I got introduced to all that stuff fairly early in my childhood. What was your favorite handheld game? Fish?
Yeah, held Pokemon Emerald.
Up, stab in the
Pokemon
nuts. Here it
Emerald.
comes.
Here comes the knife.
I can't
Here,
think
don't
of
worry,
the
I'll
actual.
sterilize it for you.
I
There
can't
you
think
go.
of the actual name.
Yeah.
Let me look it up real quick.
You don't know the actual Pokemon game?
No, he said Pokemon Emerald.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and then there's another game I really liked. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror was
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking Kirby game.
That-
Oh my
I
god.
can respect that.
What?
Why does everybody like Kirby games, man? I don't get it.
You don't like Kirby games?
I do not like
I've
Kirby.
never played a lot of Kirby.
I've really only played that one Kirby game, so I can't
Well,
get.
my girlfriend likes it too. Like she plays the crap out of like this Wii Kirby game.
Epic Yarn,
No, not Epic Yarn.
or is it the sequel to Epic Yarn that's like made out of putty?
No, it's none of those. It's like a regular Kirby game.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Star or something.
Oh yeah,
Star
it was
Guardian
like
or
it was
something.
like a sequel to like an old Game Boy game.
Yeah. He has like the sword and the hat and
Yeah.
all that weird stuff.
I was never really into Kirby. I got a 3DS Kirby game recently that's like not a normal Kirby game at all. It's
Really?
actually like kind of like a weird like constant boss battles.
Oh, that's
Kirby.
interesting.
But it's like got gear. It's like an RPG Kirby. It's really weird. You can buy gear and like swords and stuff like that.
That
And there's
actually sounds kinda
there's-
cool.
There's 4 classes like mage and fucking hammer. There's one
sounds
called like
weird.
scholar, and then there's sword.
Weird.
So you have like a tank, you have a healer, you have a spellcaster, and then you have a swordsman. It was fun. I played that
That's
on my way. I did that on like a road trip.
Oh, nice.
I just played that game the whole time,
Okay.
That's
yeah.
but I haven't touched it since.
That's how I usually get through Pokemon games. Is I'll be like riding in a car.
Oh, really?
Playing, yeah.
Yeah.
See, like once I get a new game that I'm like super excited for, like no matter where I am, I'm sitting down and I'm playing.
I know. I remember when.
Yeah.
I remember when Moon came out.
Oh
Summer
yeah,
Moon
dude.
last year.
And yes, I finished.
I got Sun, and
I
I was
finished
gone.
Moon in 2 days.
yeah, I know.
I beat it in 4.
I like literally the day it got released, I got it, and
Yeah.
then I beat it, and I sent a picture to you guys, and it was like my final time.
I didn't
was-
exist.
Oh yeah, true.
I hadn't moved here yet.
Oh yeah.
But
Wow.
but I completed it like only 2 days after it released, and
Yeah.
like I just stormed through that game.
No, I did the same thing, but the reason why was because the day it came out was the day after I got my wisdom teeth pulled.
Oh
So I was laying in bed anyway.
yeah, so you
and
had,
I just played.
You had a
through.
purpose.
Yeah.
I was just being lazy.
I mean, I actually Sun is like what I consider my favorite game now. The only
I
thing
really loved Moon.
Sun and Moon in general
yeah.
are amazing, but the only thing I didn't like about them was the lack of gems.
See, I felt.
See,
the one
I
thing
found that slightly refreshing.
No,
I didn't
I
like how
get
the
it.
trials were set up. I
No.
wish they were actually more challenging.
That like puzzle thing.
Yeah, I
was
wish they were more challenging on that front, but I found it really refreshing that there's not gems, and I'm really wondering if they're going to re-add gems back in for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Well, for Kanto there will be because
if we do go back to
okay.
Kanto.
I'm 90% sure they're going back to Kanto because of what
Oh,
Lily
no.
said.
In the fucking in the Sun and Moon anime,
Uh-huh.
fucking Brock and Misty are back.
yeah,
It's
and Ash is still that weird like new drawing version of it.
I actually really love the animation of
I
it.
do not like.
Like if you watch the actual episodes and stuff like that, the animation is so fluid and fun.
I love it.
I mean, it's a better technology, but it's just a bad art style.
So really, I like the art style. Of the
I
I
new
don't
series.
like the way he looks.
I guess that's just because there's been what, like 20 fucking years of
Of the
Pokemon
same
anime,
reaction.
and it's
Did you see that there's a new Pokemon movie coming?
Yeah,
yes.
it's
And
about-
they're starting over.
Yeah, they're starting over. It's showing the first adventures of Ash and
Yeah.
Pikachu.
Which-
Except they don't have Brock and Misty in it.
No. Well, no. And he's going to have an actual interaction with Ho-Oh. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is that you can get from the 19th of October, from the 19th of September, which is in like, at this point, what?
Don't tell him. Don't give him a date.
Okay.
No!
Anyway, it's close. Let's put it that way. You can get Ash's Pikachu, and he has his hat.
Oh, yeah.
But depending on what time you get it, and this is all on the Pokemon website.
You get a different hat.
Different hat for different region. And each of the moves are set to the moves he used in the anime season.
Damn!
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
It's
fucking
really
sick.
cool. It's
That's
really
sick.
cool.
That's really sick.
I'm excited. I'm going to get the original, and then I'm going to get the second season for my Moon, because I have Sun and Moon, because I'm replaying it with my girlfriend, because she wanted to. But anyway.
Just gloss over that.
Just gloss over that.
Fucking, you don't need to know that information.
You don't need to know that crap. But I'm going to get the second one and the original one.
Nice. I want to get the...
Oh,
when did you learn Volt Tackle? Was that in
They're about to...
That's the one I want.
Just so you know, they're about to release Silver and Gold on the 3DS store. And if you get that, you get Celebi.
Cerebi.
Huh.
Celebi.
What did I say?
You said Cerebi.
I'm retarded.
The fucking Pokemon site.
That's what it was. It like leaked into my head.
But you can get Celebi in Sun, Moon, Ultra Moon, and Ultra Sun.
Yeah, and Silver and Gold.
So I've just kind of seen that Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun are coming out. What is different about them? You were talking about they were coming to...
Yeah.
Isn't it like 15 years later or some shit?
No.
Is it shorter time span than that?
I didn't hear that.
I thought... Well, I know it's in the future.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking
Well, not
awesome.
in the future. Like...
It takes place later after.
It takes later on after.
But that
Sun
would
and
be
Moon.
really cool if like your character somehow got imported or something.
No, you can't import characters.
But that'd be really cool. If
you
they
can create
added
the
that.
same character.
No, but what I'm saying is like if
I understand what you're saying.
Like how in Silver you're going back to fight Red in the end.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the, that's why I love that game.
Well,
It always calls
I
back.
didn't know this, but I'm pretty sure in Sun and Moon, people can challenge you. Once you're the island champion, people can challenge you.
If you go back through the Elite Four, a new challenger will come to try to take your crown.
I like that. I
I loved it. I love the Elite Four in Sun and Moon.
Yeah, so I'm really wondering. The Elite Four was the only part I had a challenge on.
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
never had a single blackout in that game.
That was my first one.
Yeah, it was really weird.
When I was fighting Kahuna Hala.
I don't remember who I blacked out on.
type.
No, I don't remember who I blacked out on.
But he just like wrecked my Pokemon with the fighting types.
Which
it really was sour for me
this
as
is
a
the
gym
fucking
leader.
Pokemon episode.
You know, a fighting type gym leader at conventions getting beat by fighting type was sour as hell.
I think the one complaint I have about Sun and Moon, and maybe it's just that I didn't notice these in the other games, but I felt like it was really, really dialogue heavy this time around.
No, it just felt that way because they did a lot of cutscenes in that game.
Yeah,
There was a ton of cutscenes.
I'll say that it was.
And there was more
it was really cinematic and like story based.
Yeah, it was
Sun and
great.
Moon.
Yeah,
like the old ones, it was just like you're a 10-year-old. Here's the Pokemon. Out on your adventure you go.
Well, that's how it starts, but then they throw you all these curveballs.
Well, yeah, I know, but like this one just felt like it kind of felt more. It felt cinematic.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
And I mean with all the characters and all the story arcs and all the different.
And Sun and Moon was also such a big different game than what we've done. There's a lot of stuff you have to get like new things that you have to introduce and like get that point across.
Well, that was what was great about it. Like the Alolan forms and all that, and just being there in general was so cool and so different.
Oh yeah, they're releasing new Alolan forms and new Ultra Beasts and
stuff like that. Did you see the new Ultra Beasts that they released today?
Yeah. Well, no, it was like a couple days ago. Wait, we're giving them a time date. Shit.
Oh, no.
But yeah,
they're not gonna release this on time.
Well, no. But yeah, like, oh man, this has really been a Pokemon heavy.
That's what
podcast.
usually happens, though.
And,
we'll call it the Pokecast.
My favorite handheld video game is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Red Rescue Team.
God damn it.
No, because here was the thing. When I first got my Game Boy Advance, of course, I got Fire Red, I got Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Why?
I played all 3 games through at least once.
Oh, actually, no, I have to take that back. I had Ruby and Sapphire.
And you just put Sun and Moon.
Yeah, well,
and Emerald had the Battle Frontier, which I never beat because I never understood how to actually do the Battle Frontier.
Yeah, the Battle Frontier didn't make any sense to me. Neither did Battle Tower.
I don't know. I'm kind of upset that they didn't add the Battle Frontier back in.
Wait. Can we talk about the Battle Tree?
What?
Oh yeah, I never did that. In Sun
You
and
never
Moon.
did that, dude. You show up and it's red and
Yeah,
Gary,
I know.
and it's like
I've seen it.
What is it?
In Sun and Moon, there's a battle tree once you finish the game that
on
you can
Pony
go to.
Island.
On Pony Island.
Yeah.
And when you walk up, it's just red and Gary.
Well, red and blue.
Red and blue.
Yeah.
But it's fucking Gary.
And they're like, yo, this is the battle tree. And then you battle like all the old Elite Four champions and red and blue and stuff like that. It's a lot of crazy.
From Black and White.
Well, there's Cynthia from Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
But
what's
like,
cool is that you can sign up for doubles after you beat them and
Oh,
pick
really?
them as like your partner. I think. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
that's pretty cool.
I've never done it. Like, I only
Yeah.
got past red and blue, and then I was like, fuck this. Because it was the hardest battle of the game.
I think the one Pokemon game I could not really get into. Well, I really couldn't get in the Mystery Dungeon series,
wait
but
a minute, here it comes.
but Pokemon Ranger.
Nope.
I fucking loved Pokemon Ranger.
I
Black and White. Couldn't do it.
Black and White's a shitty Pokemon game.
Black and White.
You know what's worse though? Black and White 2.
Okay, I own every single DS game
I love how
except
quiet
Soul
you guys
Silver.
are until you guys start laughing. Then it's like a
Yeah.
massive, just like
Like I have every Pokemon game
Mm-hmm.
except Soul Silver and Heart Gold because those are expensive as hell.
yeah.
And Black and White 2. I bought White, played it for 5 minutes, never touched it again because I was like, this is shit.
I have owned every Pokemon game except for Black and White and Black and White 2. I've played them. Not gonna release how I did said things. And I've never owned any of the Silver Gold variants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Black and White almost killed Pokemon for me because I played it and I was like, is this really how
I
Pokemon's
completely
going?
skipped it until X and Y came out.
Well, what was
And then I went
interesting-
back.
Oh shit! I've never played X and Y. I just realized that.
What?
Oh, you need to. X and Y are amazing.
That's fun games.
But no,
Fun
what's
times.
interesting for me is like I had the SP, and then they released the DS. I never got the DS. I've never had just a regular DS.
I still own it. I still have it.
But
Neither
the thing
do I.
is like when I got my 3DS, which I bought like 2013, like I skipped all those generations, and then I went back and played through all of them, and that's how I got back into it. Is
Yeah.
like I actually purchased one myself.
I remember.
That's why Soul Silver and Heart Gold were so expensive for you. I played
Yeah.
it when it was coming out, so it wasn't that
if
bad.
I would have got it then,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been an issue.
I think I'm gonna. When I go home this weekend, I think I'm gonna go find my Poke thing
Yeah.
and bring it up here.
Do you have Soul Silver?
Yeah.
Let me play it.
if you can find it.
Yeah. If I can find it.
I mean, I still have. I think it's in that drawer actually. It's just a 3DS case for 3D Mario 3D World, and it has like all my DS games in it inside a single case.
Oh, see, I just bought one of those like regular Nintendo.
Nah, I just stored
DS
it.
ones and put them on there.
But back to my favorite fucking game.
Yeah, your,
Sorry,
console.
sorry.
You haven't told us console.
Well, I haven't even like delved into Pokemon Mystery.
Yeah, but do
Dungeon.
we really need to?
I've played that game. Like how you said you've done Kingdom Hearts 2 20
Yeah.
times. I've done Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team 20 times.
Man,
but
is
I
Mystery
don't.
Dungeon the one where you like spin it, or is that
It was
Ranger?
a Ranger was the spinner.
Mystery Dungeon is when you are the Pokemon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a dungeon crawler.
Okay.
But I loved Red Rescue Team as a kid. I remember because that was the game I got with my SP when I got that. Because with my Advance, I got all the original Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Then when I got the SP, I got Red Rescue Team, and of course that was my first experience with like the light up screen on the SP and stuff like that. And it just boggled my mind. I loved the personality test at the beginning that decided what Pokemon you
yeah.
were. And I kid you not, the fucking first time I ever took the test, I got the lonely Pokemon Cubone.
Oh no.
And
You Tech, you made us do that test last semester.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I loved it so much.
What did I get? I think I got Charmander.
I can't remember what I got.
I have it written down somewhere.
I don't know.
But the first time I ever played it, I got Cubone, and I was like, I'd never had a Cubone in a Pokemon game before, and I was like, this is really cool. And then I had my partner was Pikachu, because I was just like, fuck it, I ain't doing another starter. Because the difference was, if you got a Squirtle on your personality test, you weren't allowed to pick a water Pokemon as your partner. And fire, no fire, yeah, all that stuff. So there was these like awesome random Pokemon you could get, like Skitty. You could be Skitty in Pokemon Mystery.
I remember that. I think I got Skitty.
You can get Psyduck and stuff like that. So I picked Pikachu as my partner, and I made it through the entire game. It was the hardest game I'd ever played as a kid. Like I could not do it for the life of me.
Now that's a subject for a podcast. Hardest game you ever played.
But the final boss in the game is Rayquaza, and the final dungeon is over 100 floors long. And you have hunger in the game. So if you don't have food to eat, you start losing health because you're hungry. And then you get dizzy. Then you black out. Then you have to go all the way back to the bottom of the dungeon and start your climb back up. And then, of course, all the Pokemon are like 40 levels higher than you. You get to Rayquaza, who has like 3,000 health. I have ground moves. Don't affect flying.
Oh, no.
I have Pikachu. Electric. But, like, it does jack shit to Rayquaza. On my 15th attempt, and I remember this so distinctly, I find a TM for Ice Beam. And Cubone can learn it. And I defeat Rayquaza using a fucking Cubone that knows Ice Beam.
Yeah.
And that was the point I was just like, holy shit, this is amazing. This is the funnest fucking game.
You know, actually, I had a similar thing when I played Pokemon Yellow, because my dad played it for me. I was really young. So he was playing it with me type thing. And he trained all these Pokemon to crazy levels, beat the Pokemon League, and I didn't touch it for a while because I had like Silver and all that stuff. And I went back and I played it when I actually could like comprehend it. And I'm going to the Pokemon League. I have Mewtwo. I'm like beating everybody with Mewtwo, and he faints. And I'm little, so I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. And then I go to my party, and there's a level 100 Pidgeot just sitting there. My dad went to level 100 with it, and I beat it with that. So now from then on, I've always had a Pidgeot in my team.
Hot diggity damn.
Normally when I play Pokemon, I always get the first flying type and just train it up.
You mean like in Sun? What's his name?
I don't
Pipiki?
have.
Yeah, I didn't get him
So it
in
becomes
that one.
like Talonflame.
The only specific Pokemon that I've ever like always gotten in a game was Wishcash. Because when I did fucking Egglocke, that was the one that like took me through the entire of the game, and ever since then I've always like put a Wishcash on my team.
So wait. So what's your favorite console then?
My favorite console, the first console I ever got was the GameCube.
Yeah.
Which was really weird because all my friends had the PS2 or PS3. Like, I got the GameCube late.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Real late. And my favorite game that I got was actually the first game that I got for the GameCube. And it was based off of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. It was based off the cartoon series of 2007, the dark and gritty one.
Oh, yeah, the good one, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, it was a Mutant Nightmare, and it was based off the mini-series within that where they all have nightmares, and it's all based off of like their biggest fears and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you have
That's
to
what I had.
boss them, yeah.
But that wasn't my favorite part of the game. My favorite part of the game was that you could load up the arcade version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Trouble in Time, the old arcade machine game, and play through it 4-player style.
Oh, that's cool.
So I always had a bunch of my friends over, and we just played the arcade version of fucking TMNT Turtles in Time.
See, that's cool.
And that was my favorite console game.
Man.
Was the fucking arcade port of...
I just realized something. My favorite GameCube game was Super Mario Strikers.
Oh, the fucking soccer one?
Yeah, okay, but I played soccer my entire life.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I can accept
Well, actually,
that.
I take that back. Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. That was my favorite. That game is amazing.
But then...
I remember always wanting to play that game, and I was like, I don't have a
I
game.
always...
Dude,
it's
it's
I
dark.
always,
Maybe it looks badass.
It's literally just Coliseum, but
I
better.
always watched it, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was about
it's
it.
so good.
It was just really weird to me. I was just like, eh. But then after the GameCube, we got the Wii. And then after the Wii, I finally convinced them to get me a PS3. And then I got a PS4. So I've never actually owned an Xbox.
I've been an Xbox guy since I sold my GameCube.
I always hated the Xbox. I don't know what it was about it, but I
like
couldn't
the
stand the
controller
Xbox.
more.
Yeah, I like
See, I always loved the PlayStation controllers more.
Well, I started with a PS2. That was my first like console that was mine. That I got.
Morgan had a PS2 originally, so we would go over and we would play Spyro whenever I was at his house.
Yeah.
And then I had a buddy that had a NES, so we would always play Donkey Kong every time we were over at his house, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like growing up, I loved the GameCube controller. It was just really comfy in my hand.
It's so
The buttons,
okay.
The buttons on the GameCube controller was the weirdest layout.
They look so complicated, but once you start
so
playing, it's
comfy.
like yes.
It's so comfy. Then the PS3, I got the PS3 and the controller was so small compared to the GameCube. I was like, this is weird. It doesn't feel like it fits in my hand. But like I loved it like after a time. Then I held an Xbox 360 controller and I was like, this is gross.
I don't know.
And then I can never get into Xbox because mainly the controller. And plus, like, the Xbox just didn't have the exclusives that I loved. Like, when I got the PS3, I got Infamous and Infamous 2. And holy shit, I was having the time of my fucking life.
Second Son is actually really
that was the first game I got on the PS4.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me that made me an Xbox person was like
friends.
Just all my friends played Xbox.
That was like the big excuse everyone has when I was like, why'd you get the Xbox? And they were like, I play with my friends, and I was like, oh, well, that was mostly because I didn't like multiplayer games. I always loved single player games, so I never had a reason to have an Xbox to play multiplayer
on
games.
My high school soccer team, that was when Halo 3 was big.
Hated Halo.
So we played Halo 3, so I got it for that.
We'll have to have a fucking separate podcast about all the video games I hate.
You are a very
bitch. Like, one of my favorite games of all time is Skyrim, and you hate that game with a burning passion.
I hate Fallout 2, don't worry.
Wait. What?
Don't worry.
Wait, okay, hold on. Do you hate Dragon Age, though?
Yes.
Okay, that's my favorite game of all fucking time.
I hate fantasy games.
That's my favorite game of all time.
Like,
I need to play Dragon Age.
Fantasy.
We should play that sometime.
I thought I would love Mass Effect.
Oh, Inquisition's cool, but you gotta start from the beginning.
Like, because I loved fucking space games, so I thought I would love Mass Effect, but I couldn't.
Mass Effect is not a favorite of mine.
I couldn't get into that. Like, either. I can't get into big open world stuff. I love linear. I love linear storytelling.
Well, Dragon Age is linear storytelling. It's not open world.
Is it?
It's not.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
Well, you look it up.
Like, I can't do. Is it similar to Witcher?
No.
Because I can't stand Witcher either.
Dragon Age is straight up story. That's what you do. You fight, but it's story. That's why I love it so much.
Was Dragon Age Origins a thing?
Yes.
I've watched gameplay of it, and I was just like, nope, can't do it.
Man, dude, it's so much more fun when it's your character.
Like, that's what I like about Skyrim. Like, I love you can just make your own character. I love and do exactly what
it's weird because I also don't like first-person shooters. Like, I hate Call of Duties and stuff like that. But the two first-person shooters I've gotten into were BioShock and Metro 2033.
BioShock is not technically a first-person shooter.
It's just in a first-person.
Yeah,
like,
in a first-person.
That's what I mean when I say first-person shooter is like POV. Like, I'm not a big fan of that.
Like,
I like third-person point of view.
What would you call BioShock? A story first-person shooter?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I see it.
Can we talk about BioShock though?
Well, dude, we're running out of time.
What is our time limit?
45 minutes.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Not really. That's kind of our cutoff point. If we go further, we do. But of course, we all have schedules and stuff like that.
Wolf and Fish need to go direct scenes tonight, so we gotta.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was just like, so I'm trying to keep us on time here.
Yeah. Well, here.
I just wish I finished BioShock on our fucking.
Oh yeah, we started a BioShock series and then we fucking.
Hold on.
We quit it.
What are your guys' two top Pokemon? Like, what's your two favorite top Pokemon?
Oh God!
Because this can tell you so much about.
Let me go load
Dragonite and Mewtwo.
Let me go load.
Wow. So you just like the powerhouses from Gen 1?
No, I love the story behind Mewtwo. Just that he's a synthetic Pokemon, and I just like that Dragonite's just like a chubby Charizard.
He's like a goofy little.
If I could find the fucking.
I was talking about like
that and Dragon type's my favorite. Type of Pokemon.
See, I was talking about earlier how like for conventions, I've told you this, where I'm a gym leader. Like I get asked to go to conventions and be in their Pokemon tournament as a fighting type gym leader.
Yeah.
Like I give out badges and all that stuff. So fighting type's obviously my favorite. But in my top two are Lucario and Blaziken. Like straight up, just fighting.
Let's see here. What's my favorite Pokemon?
Oh my God, he pulled up the like what is it? Your favorite types of Pokemon thing that went around
weird
Facebook.
website. I'd say Wishcash is my top.
Okay, so Wishcash
is my number one, and then my second one. God damn, I can't pick a second. Like I hate. You guys know I hate picking favorite movies, video games, anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I mean, most of my favorites are just childhood memory favorites and stuff like that. Yeah. Like my favorite movie as a child was the Crocodile Hunter movie. Like literally, that's the only reason we bought it from Blockbuster because of that.
Oh, by the way, I just remembered something. In X, you get a Lucario.
Oh yeah,
they just give you a fucking Lucario. I was flipping my shit. I was losing.
I think that's the only reason Nico likes X and Y.
No, I actually really like the gyms. The gym battles are really interesting.
But I'd say Wishcash is my number one. I can't pick a number two. I mean, I love. Like I can't pick a number two. There's
looking at this.
he actually has some decent Pokemon in here. Decidueye, Blastoise, Alakazam, Lycanroc Midnight, which is one of my favorites.
I need to get.
I like how a lot of these are actually fucking Sun and Moon.
Moon version.
Well, yeah, because Sun and Moon is like it's the best game.
Well, which is weird because we were talking about Dragon types when I first got this, and Fisher was like Dragonite, and then he's like, "Why the fuck do you have the Sun and Moon Dragon?" I forget its name because it's really weird. It's like Dokuk.
Oh yeah, it's like Steel Dragon or something.
Yeah. No, that's a badass dragon on the game. Like it's one of my favorite.
He's a fucking beast, and you have to fight one of those when you're in Pony Island.
Yeah.
He's on my team. He's
but
one
he
of
was
my
just
favorites.
like, why is the Sun? Why don't you like Gyarados or fucking Charizard or any of that? I was like,
Gyarados is Dragon.
That was the first Dragon type I had ever used in Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
All the way,
all the way in Sun and Moon. The only fucking Dragon type I've ever used is that one.
See.
It's Kokomo or something like that.
So I'm one of those people that like I'm a fighting type guy, like straight up. Even my dream team is all fighting. Just
if your favorite types
like
of each
fire
Pokemon,
fighting, water fighting.
I was about to say all of yours would have secondary fighting.
I feel like
I have this on Facebook.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
I feel like what was I gonna say? I don't know. It really bugged me how what's Litton's final? Incineroar.
Oh, Incineroar,
is
the
a
fucking
wrestler. Yes,
but he's a fire dark.
Okay. Well, they couldn't do another firefighting.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, be real here. But they worked with it to make him dark. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And that his Z move with the ring and all that. Oh, it's so.
The only one that I didn't like was the water starter.
Nobody picks the water starter.
See, I've
never seen anybody pick
the water starter is the one I always pick in games. I always pick water starters.
Generally, I am too.
But then I saw Poplio's final form, and I was just like, I don't like it.
Yeah, if it's a fighting type, I'm obviously gonna pick
I would have been more fine if it being a fucking circus seal, but they turned it into a mermaid.
Actually, no, I take that back. There's one fighting type starter that I never use, and that is from Black and White. It's the pig.
Oh, Imperior or something?
Imperior. Like, I use Infernape, I use Blaziken, but otherwise it's like
Squirtle. When I did Diamond and Pearl,
Totodile.
Diamond and Pearl is probably the game that Pokemon game I've played the most, and I did a playthrough with each starter.
Okay.
I think fucking.
But the first time I did it, I started with Piplup.
The best starters were Hoenn. Were 3rd gen.
Oh yeah, no, I take that back.
Everyone hates 3rd gen.
Hoenn is my favorite.
Mudkip and Trico.
Everything
Trico
I've ever read is that everyone
starters.
has always hated 3rd gen. Like it's always the person's least favorite Pokemon game. But that was my first, so I was like, that's so weird. I loved 3rd gen.
Emerald is my favorite. Hoenn is my favorite.
I'm just gonna name this episode Pokemon.
Yeah, just call it Pokecast. But no, man, like what are the starters besides Infernape? It's the Penguin.
Piplup.
Piplup. I've picked Piplup.
Empoleon.
And I never pick grass. Sun and Moon is the first time I've ever picked a grass type because Decidueye.
Same.
And I
well,
literally,
actually, no. I'm a big. I almost never pick fire. I'm always a big toss up between grass and water. Mm-hmm. Water usually being more. Yeah. But 3rd gen, when I first started out, I did Trico.
Trico looked the coolest at first. But no, I will say this though. Like when I played Sun, I got Litton because I wanted Incineroar because I'm a pro wrestling fan.
Yeah.
But I traded for somebody to get Rowlet, so I could have Decidueye too, because I wanted both. Mm-hmm. And now I just restarted playing Moon, and I took Rowlet, because I was like, I want Decidueye. And I named him... hold on, you're going to hate this. I named him Robin Hoot.
Don't worry, I named mine... I think I named mine Robin. Oh, no, I named it Oliver for Oliver Queen, Green Arrow.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I have... If you ever want it, I have all of these starters in Sun and Moon. If you want me to trade them over to you,
I wouldn't mind getting a Litton on my Moon.
That's perfectly fine. That's what I did with Mo. I went on Wonder Trade and I got all 3 starters. See, I got a fucking Ultra Beast at the beginning of the game.
Okay, so on the website when I was looking at it yesterday, they released Mega Stones for Sceptile, Blaziken.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're out there. You can get it for free. But so I went out and tried to find a Torchic. And I just was like, oh shit, everybody wants like legendaries and all this crap on the trade system. And I put out there a Vulpix. And I was like, Torchic, it won't happen. 5 minutes later, your trade has been gone.
No, I had to do that
no way.
Because I needed a Ditto for mine.
Yeah.
For breeding purposes, because I was trying to breed a perfect starter.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm breeding Torchics to trade for what I need.
Yeah.
Because people want Torchic.
That's what I've been doing. I had like a full box of fucking Littons and all that stuff. And it's because I was trading them out to my friends who wanted the starters. I was just like, I managed to get them all, plus some fucking Japanese Ultra Beasts.
Well, the way I got it with Sun was I was talking with somebody from like North Carolina or South Carolina. We met
around the world.
We met in like through Twitter. Like we were like, oh, I just got Pokemon. Oh, I just got Pokemon, and we started playing because we were like, okay, cool, let's play.
Well, see, me and Mo were having a race to who can complete it. I beat it in 2 days. I don't think he's beat it yet.
He hasn't beat it?
I don't know.
Wow.
I remember because like work got really busy and he was playing it at work and they noticed, so they banned DSs from our work.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
I don't know if he ever had enough free time to ever complete it.
Yeah, that sucks. I can't even like bring it out because it's at right now.
My fucking DS and Sun's in that drawer.
I know you have the Galaxy DS.
I know, that's such
jealous.
a cool DS.
That's the one you can trade plates with too.
No.
No?
You can only do that with the new 3DS, not the XL.
Tiny one?
Yeah, you can't do it with the XL.
I don't want to say her name again, but like, bleep that out for me, please.
I shall see if I remember where you say it.
It was like 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
But no, she just got like the Mario edition of the new one because it was like $130 for Sun, Smash Brothers, and it. Brand new.
I never got into Smash Brothers.
That's
either.
not bad.
No, I was like, you need to buy that. Like, she was like, well, I'm gonna get this because I want to play Pokemon with you. Is that a good price? And I was like, yes, buy it now.
Guys, I hate to do this, but we're gonna have to
cut it off.
We're gonna have to cut this down a little bit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm sorry to leave it at such a thrilling fucking... This could probably be like a 2-hour fucking podcast.
Yeah, if we really wanted to keep it going, we could just really talk about Pokemon.
What's funny is, like, when we do HyperCast, like, that's, like, how long ours are, because we just go.
See, like, I want to try to keep it to, like, between 45 minutes and an hour, just because that's how long the podcasts I listen to are.
See, I listen to stuff like Talk is Jericho, which is like 4 hours long.
But anyways, boys and girls, thank you, Nico from HyperBlast, the grand old wolf, for being on the In the Minds of the Tech and Fish podcast.
Thanks for being our first guest.
Hey, I'm willing to come back. This was fun.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and don't do any of that if you don't want to. And we're not on SoundCloud because it costs money to be on SoundCloud.
So check us out on YouTube, and also YouTube.
Every Monday at some time. Haven't decided yet because these are pre-recorded.
They are really planned.
We have a good system.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this the last podcast. We were just like, we're gonna pick the first topic and just let it like a fucking snowball roll down a hill and cause an avalanche.
That's what's good about podcasts.
But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in and listening to this long Pokemon cast of In the Minds of Tech and Fish. We'll see you next time.